Good afternoon, GRAR. This is Scott West, your GRAR 2025 president, and I'm sitting here with one of our directors, Corey McGuire, with Green Crown Real Estate. Corey, thank you for sitting in our video today. We just wrapped up a meeting about, a half hour ago?
Yep.
And we are now going to shoot a little recap of what that meeting was to just give you guys as members some insight as to what decisions were made at the board table, and a little bit of insight about some things that are happening behind the scenes at GRAR. Corey, tell us a little bit about yourself before we dive into all of the meeting notes.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, my name is Corey McGuire. I'm the broker owner of Green Crown Real Estate. Originally from the east side of the state, and was recruited to play baseball at Grand Valley. And once you come over to the west side, you stay here. A lot of people out there know that. And my wife and I settled down. We're high school sweethearts. Settled down in southeast Grand Rapids. We have 4 kids together. And my degree is originally in hospitality, and I worked in hotels before transitioning over to real estate. So this is my 13th spring market that I've had the pleasure of being in, and I have owned my own company for 5 years now.
13 of them. I'm seeing some great.
Yeah, they're coming in. They're coming in. Yeah, kids and real estate play a factor in the grades coming in.
Yeah, a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Corey is the YPN Director Liaison. Our YPN group, along with many of our committees right now, but specifically the YPN group we're going to focus on, is on a very, very active path. They have a lot of ambitious things happening this year. Corey, give us a little rundown of some of the things that are happening at YPN that we can expect.
Yeah. So first off, as a board member, I'm a Director Liaison. I sit in on all the meetings, and I just make sure that there's a good stream of communication from our YPN committee and all the members that are actively involved in learning in there and sharing ideas to the board. And I play that mediator where I can come back and propose different ideas that they have and that maybe need approval. So we are a very active bunch, a lot of different events. We have the Emerge, Wake Up with YPN. We have a cornhole tournament, a summer kickoff event that's coming up, Ugly Sweater Bowling, volunteer event that you'll be getting some more information on, a euchre tournament, and then our new athletic committee has come up with a new opportunity that we're going to start to roll out some more. So there's going to be more information on that. An appy hour that is Scott will talk a little bit more about the appy hour and what that is. And yeah, just a very active, a lot of subcommittees within there, a lot of people that are putting a lot of time and effort and energy into our community and how we can continue to stay young at heart.
Yeah, that's a key component. I think there is a misconception out there that you need to be under 30 or under 40 or whatever it is.
Yep.
They even allow me to come to these events. I regularly attend Wake Up YPN at the hardy age of 46, and they don't kick me out. They don't shun me. It is for the young in their careers or the young at heart, I think, is the collective. So really everybody is welcome to come to it.
Yep.
But what it is, it's an opportunity to start grooming some future leaders. And that's a platform for them to start getting these leadership opportunities and figuring out what that looks like if they want to take that path. Yep. I actually just mentioned Wake Up YPN. I went to the last one. It was I think record-breaking attendance at this thing. We had to go back 3 different times to another room where all the chairs were stored because we had so many people. We didn't have enough chairs in the room. It was incredible. We had some really great discussion. There were 3 panelists that came, and they talked about just giving people some advice in their careers to stay relevant with their clientele after they've had the deal. How do you stay in front of them and stay top of mind? So great work that the YPN's doing. They've got a couple really cool events coming up that Corey and I are going to highlight here. Corey, I'll let you kick it off with the cornhole tournament.
Yeah, so there's a summer kickoff party that's coming up May 13th. It's going to be 1 to 4, and it's going to be right here at GRAR. And you're gonna have an opportunity to compete in a cornhole tournament and raise some funds for our pack and get together and socialize and continue to be a part of our community.
Yeah, I have lost the cornhole tournament 3 years running. Maybe this is my year, but it's a really fun event. I go every year. They also have a really cool one that we launched last year called Appy Hour. So like Happy Hour, but it's focused on apps that you would use, like tech that you would use in real estate. What it is, it's kind of like speed dating through the apps. They're going to have one person there that's sort of a specialist of that particular app. You'll sit down and for like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't remember exactly how long, you'll learn about that app and why that person uses it, some of the benefits that they've had on their career. So I'm not particularly tech savvy. I learned 3 or 4 different apps while I was there and have since incorporated one of them into my regular routine. So really cool event for people, again, of all ages, of all levels of tech to come and just learn something that might help your real estate career.
We have a lot of really good members that are actively involved in a lot of different apps that they use, and so we're able to call on them to come sit down and share their experiences. It's another reason why YPN is such a great environment, is it's all about sharing and connecting and helping each other, and we're able to call on a bunch of members and have them come and share and give some advice. It's really good.
Yeah. That Appy Hour is going to be on June 3rd from 1 to 4 out at Founders Brewing. It'll take place in the Centennial Room. You will continue to see, advertisements for that in our newsletter, so keep an eye out for that. And a big shout out just to that whole committee. Katrina Cole is the chair this year, and the whole committee is just really, really active right now, doing some great stuff.
A lot of subcommittees and a lot of people involved. It's really great to see.
So thank you guys for doing that. We're gonna go over some highlights now of our meeting. We had a really jam-packed meeting. We endorsed Mike Vanderwood as our MR director. This will be his second term. So he served a 2-year term that's just ending, and we have just endorsed him. There will be an election that follows this endorsement. So this is just sort of GRAR saying this is who we would like you to vote for that District 3, which encompasses kind of the better part of GRAR's outreach. And we also just elected a new NAR director for a 3-year term. We've had Mike Runhog from Berkshire Hathaway serving the last 6 years as our NAR director. It's a huge honor, huge commitment for this, and we're really, really thankful for Mike and his service to GRAR. They become sort of the liaison between what's happening at NAR, our voice when they sit down at the table, and then they bring a lot of information back behind the scenes as what's happening with NAR and how we can use that at GRAR. So we have just elected Mike Childress to serve as a 3-year NAR director. So that
congrats, Mike.
Exciting. Yeah, congrats, Mike. We also had our CPA firm in this morning for a presentation on our financial statement for 2024. So essentially our tax statement for the year. We reviewed all of our balances, all of our, debts that we had to pay, income, all of the details, the messy details in the finance. The good news is we are sitting still in a very healthy financial position. I think that's a constant takeaway as a board. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I'm just wowed at how on top of our finances they are.
It's always good to get feedback from an outside source, and they came in and did the presentation, and to have certain benchmarks that we're looking at as a board year over year, month over month, and yes, great reports, great financial status, and really good things looking forward for GRAR and where we're at currently. So good. It was a good meeting.
Yeah. The community involvement group task force has been also super active. They've got a fundraiser coming up every year, or probably every meeting. We are getting some sort of a request from a local school, and we've created this schoolhouse funds program to be able to honor these requests. So we're giving money to somebody that maybe needs a backpack or a teacher, and there's no funding for all the books that they need. Tell us a little bit about the event that they have coming up to raise funds for it.
Yeah. So the Schoolhouse Fund, one, like Scott just mentioned, we're trying to figure out how as a group, as GRAR, our association, we can continue to give back to our community. So we have the Schoolhouse Funds. They raised money throughout the year at a variety of different events. And like Scott mentioned, people will submit requests. So I encourage you to find a local person, local school to submit a request for, could be school supplies, sometimes it's winter coats and just different needs within that community and within that school. So we love handing those funds out. It's a really good thing. We're fortunate to be blessed with a lot of funds and availability. On the second note to that is please come out and support this cause. We have an event coming up on May 6th, and it's an all-day one. It is at Buddy's Pizza, and you do not have to go in. You can dine in. You can go in and dine in and show the code or show the flyer, and a portion will come back. But if you're like, you know what, I've had a long day, kids sports, totally know how that is, and you just want to order some pizza for the family, you can totally do that. You can do it online. There is a code. It's give back, all one word. I really encourage you to come out, socialize if you're able. If you're not, order something online, have it delivered, come pick it up, and just those little funds help us to be able to hand out more funds throughout the year and all the different things that we do.
Yeah, that group is really active, and the fundraising is a big component to keep that going. Another thing that group is doing this year, and it's something they've always done, is called Challenge Day. So this year, representing GRAR's 132nd anniversary is Challenge 132. I've been taking part in Challenge Day for a number of years. They always have different activities set up. I think last year, maybe you were even there with me, pulling weeds at Kids Food Basket out in the garden. They grow a bunch of fruits and vegetables at Kids Food Basket. They go in lunches that they serve at schools. And so we were out there just kind of grinding away out in the dirt and pulling weeds. There's a number of opportunities this year we're going to be offering. There's 2 shifts at Kids Food Basket that are going to pop up. One of them is similar to what I was just talking about, working out at the farm. They have a variety of tasks out at the farm that need help. That farm activity is going to be from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Wednesday, May 21st. And then there's going to be a second opportunity at Kids Food Basket doing food prep. So this is where you take and you stuff kids' lunch bags, and I did that last year as well, and that was really fun. We made it a competition, and tried to see how many bags we could stuff inside of our little 2-hour window. So that'll take place from 12 to 2. Tell us about the other thing that we have going on outside of Kids Food Basket as a volunteer day.
Yeah, so there's a blood drive with, I'm terrible at pronouncing this, someone can correct me on that one, but It will be right here at GRAR. It's a selfless way to, again, help somebody in need. It's something that doesn't cost anything. Just come give some blood. We really would love that opportunity for you to be here. But that is going to be on that day. Appointments will be available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can sign up online. Just come out in another selfless way to help our community.
Yeah, thank you. We've got a ton of stuff happening, as you can see, around GRAR. That's just sort of the tip of the iceberg. We had mentioned we have an ambassadorship program that we launched this year. That ambassadorship program is going to take place once a month in the GRAR Lounge, and we're going to have 3 directors there. Tell us a little bit about what you can expect as a member if you want to come and visit with the directors.
Yeah, so again, this is an initiative that we want to be engaged with our members as a board and just as leadership here. We want to be able to be available, approachable. That's one of the things that we're trying to strive for and to continue to develop leaders here within GRAR. So we've created this ambassador program, had our first one last month. Yeah. Yep. And so the next one's coming up April 24th at 9 a.m. You don't have to sign up, you just show up. It's a come as you are, 9 a.m. right at the GRAR Lounge downstairs. There's no specific topic, nothing, you can talk about anything. You can ask questions about how one of us got to leadership. Maybe you have questions about a recent decision that came upon the board, how you can get more involved. There's anything that you want to bring to the table. There's going to be a minimum of 3. Sometimes there's going to be more people from the board that are there just to be there and ask questions and interact and just stay engaged with our membership.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for members to just get dialed in with what their directors that they've elected to look out for their best interests as an association, to get dialed into what's happening behind the scenes, ask the questions they want to ask, raise the issues they want to raise, or figure out how to get there, how to be a leader within the association. In addition, we have just launched our Montcalm chapter. So we did a merger at the end of last year with Montcalm. which was really, really exciting news when we announced it last year. We've now set up a chapter for them. The idea of the chapter is, they've got sort of a specific geographical area that they're in, and we've created this chapter to help them keep the culture that they had going at their association before they merged with us. So a big part of that is going to be our initial kickoff. So we have a little kickoff event happening. If you know where Candlestone Golf is out in Belding, it's going to be at the Candlestone Golf, the Stone Event Center. It's on May 1st, which is a Thursday. It'll be from 4 to 6, and we're encouraging any members that are out in that area. If you live in Montcalm County and maybe you've been a GRAR member the whole time, but you want to get to know what's happening at the chapter, or if you're a Montcalm, former Montcalm Association member, come meet your chapter and your advisors and the directors, and we're just going to have a nice little social event there. Corey, tell us what's going on with the safety task force.
Yeah, so we have another safety event, trying to stay on top of that, coming up June 10th. So the registration for the June session is opening up really soon. And you guys can sign up to just take part in the next safety event that we have here at GRAR.
Yeah, we've got a couple earmarked safety events through the year. Our next one, again, as he said, on June 10th. We have a major investor event for Unpacked coming up on Tuesday, May 6th. You're going to see some notifications about that in the newsletter. It's actually taking place at the Lark, which is a brand new wine bar in downtown Ada, kind of right next to the Ada Hotel. They just actually had the ribbon cutting last night, so we'll be one of the first maybe big groups through there.
Pretty cool, I'm excited.
Yeah. In addition, one of the things that we talked about at our meeting today was a chat bot that we're working on behind the scenes. We're currently beta testing this chat bot. The idea of the chat bot is if you had a question for staff, they were maybe unavailable for, at the immediate time that you had that question, it's eventually going to be open to members to type into the chat bot and get some answers. So we're really excited about the beta test of that. Hopefully everything goes well and we can roll that out in the next couple months. Yep. Membership is up. We actually planned for membership to go down based on some projections that we had, and we've had a steady influx of new members at new member orientation. I can always tell how membership is based off of what room we're in when we do new membership orientation. When it's a group under 40, we end up in the classroom, and when it's a larger group over 40, we end up in the auditorium. And the last 2 months, we've been hanging out in the auditorium during that class. So membership numbers are up. Did you have anything you wanted to add based on our meeting, things coming up?
No, nothing to add, just to continue to stay active in all the opportunities that we have coming up. Check your emails for notifications that are coming up. Sign up for events, get involved, stay engaged, and just help us continue to make GRAR a great place to be and to continue to develop leaders. And looking forward to the rest of this year. It should be really good. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Corey. Yeah. Thanks, GRAR. We will talk to you next month.